Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to anyway. And we begin to make a positive and progressive function with that in a good way as best we can. And so when we begin to understand the value in connecting with people on a deeper level, we also then can make smarter decisions about how to proceed. If you are looking for life, relationship, business, or habit change coaching, would love to be of assistance to you. A couple ways you can reach out at PO Perception on Twitter or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you in touch with me or a member of my team. We can make something happen from there for your listening pleasure and hopefully make life a little better for you. So, signs of abuse in adults or young people. Obviously, if you know that someone's being abused, report it to the appropriate authorities as quickly and as you can. Their own recovery will be directly related to how quickly those issues are reported. So, social isolation can be one sign of abuse. If a person is constantly afraid of connecting with social interactive, it can often be a sign that they have been emotionally, physically, or in other ways mistreated. And so that level of mistreatment can cause problems for the average individual and ultimately lead to even deeper problems, deeper challenges, and getting things all mixed up. The next thing there in a person that has potentially experienced abuse is tension in their body. So physical abnormalities, such as you can notice that their posture constantly slumps. They're trying to look as least visible as possible. Basically, they're trying to draw attention away from their existence as a human being. And so the tension being away from that nature is a sign that they may have been struggling with being mistreated, abused, or otherwise negatively impacted by the actions or thoughts or feelings of others in a consistent way. The next thing there is individuals may be dealing with body language. So again, they're kind of slumped or they are showing signs that they're constantly tired, be it mentally or emotionally or both, avoiding conflict, avoiding conversation, trying to stay out of group environments whenever possible, so that the struggle then becomes, how do I begin to make decisions from a meaningful directive and ultimately get to a better place within themselves about making decisions about where to go for their own futures. That continuation is something that the average person has difficulty in doing or bringing about, but they don't necessarily know that continuation of tension is there, and so they may not make the best possible decisions for themselves and ultimately lead to having a great deal of challenges as it relates to making the best decisions for their own benefit, but also kind of balancing things out in a meaningful long-term fashion that doesn't always go exactly in the way that they want it to go. Again, these challenges are not always easy. There's also certainly not in the direction that people would prefer life to unfold, and that as a struggle becomes challenging for a number of reasons. The next thing there is kind of looking at things from a perspective of they're dealing with anxiety. Obviously, anxiety is the absence of belief that they can control a situation, stimulation, or an outcome, and then depression as a result. So the anxious followed by the depressed and back again mentality becomes almost like their default setting. So they're always dealing, or almost always dealing, with a continual nature of negative emotional impact of consequence, which then indicates the level of stress is beyond what they can naturally handle, and that becomes its own level of challenge for any number of reasons in a meaningful way. And so hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.